TakeTones.com. TakeTones.com.
What's up, guys? It's your boy Chick Smooth, and here we are, man. After a long, awkward month of the guys being back for 2 episodes, Joe finally puts out this podcast. And by the way, if it doesn't come back onto Apple Music or onto SoundCloud, or if they don't upload it for you guys, I'm going to put it up on my channel. I'm probably going to get a channel strike on it, but I just want you guys to have this audio because I think it's very, very interesting, and it sort of wraps up this saga, this drama that we've been going through. So Joe Budden on today's podcast basically fired Rory. If you guys haven't listened to it yet, there's a lot of things that he said that I'm going to break down in this video. And also I'm going to make many more videos on this just because there was a lot of stuff that pretty much came to light. Joe first started off the pod by playing Givion's song. He sarcastically paused it at one point and was like, "Let's go, Rory." Basically wanting Rory to chime in, sing a certain part, but he was being an ass because Rory wasn't there. He also did the same thing with Maul. And then Joe plays Ice and Ish's drops on the podcast, and then later on played Rory and Maul's podcast. The most interesting part to me was when they both started off, by both, I mean Joe and Parks. They were bigging up academics. They haven't said Ac's name in a very long time. They've been ignoring it. But now it came to light that they were only doing this because of Rory and Maul. And it wasn't even Joe that brought up Ac's name. It was Parks. Parks started off bigging up academics. And as soon as I heard that, that's when I knew that, yeah, the podcast is over. It's done. And I'm going to play the clip right here of Joe firing Rory.
And bring it back. I'll take less. I'll take less. Not much less. Not much less. But I'll take less if y'all source it. Hey, y'all go get the advertiser and the integration. Hey, we talk about these deals all the time. You bring it, you eat different. I bring it, I eat different. You niggas ain't brought shit. And got the nerve to have y'all fucking representation and ain't been around in 6 years. Hit Ian phone about something. I won't say what I want to say. But y'all will not continue to treat me this way. Y'all not going to continue to treat these people this way. Y'all take that fucking dark energy, that arrogance, and that entitlement somewhere else.
PTSD.
I say all of that to say, we going to do this. Since Rory feels like he has so many options here. Somehow he still feels like he's running the show. He still feels like he has choices and options. He feels like he's entitled to more. Rory, you are in breach of your contract, and from this point forward, you are fired, and you're not welcome back. Does anybody in here have a problem that I'm the person that has to say that?
So as you guys can see right there, it's pretty much over. The podcast is done. Joe still wants to be friends with Maul. This is the tone that I was getting as I listened to the podcast. He still wants to be friends with Maul. But as far as Rory, he's pretty much done with Rory. He feels like Rory got too big for himself. Rory started to demand books, started to basically pry into accounting, stuff like that. He didn't like the way Rory just turned from, I guess, being a podcast friend / worker into a guy who's now demanding all these documents and forms. By the way, Joe pretty much said, yo, I will never show you guys my books. This was the main thing that the guys wanted to see was the paperwork. And academics was obviously right, like you guys know. These guys were workers all along. And again, there's nothing wrong with being a worker. But it was just the way the guys were speaking on the pod and, sort of made you seem like these guys owned it. They had all their paperwork straight. Joe also mentions that, when the Spotify deal came, none of them knew how much the actual deal was. And then Rory was like, yo, can I see the deal? Can I see the contract? Joe said no. And then when Joe gave them a raise, which was a huge raise, the guy started questioning it like, wait, if you're giving us this huge amount of raise, how much more did we get? Like, what is the actual number that they weren't sharing? And I'll be fully honest with you guys here. This is very similar to Joe being at Complex in terms of why he left, which was because he felt like Complex were just getting additional money and ads that they weren't paying Joe for. And, that's pretty much Rory's case. He was like, yo, I know we're making money from YouTube. Can I get a portion of that? Joe was like, no, that's my YouTube channel. You're not getting money from that. And then Rory was like, okay, well, what about the Spotify deal? Can I see the paperwork? Can I see the books to make sure that we're being paid equally? Joe was like, no, I'm the one who's getting these deals and I decide what you get paid. So, yeah, the pod is over. We saw this coming, but I didn't think it would be this soon. And also, they were also expecting both guys to be present today. Joe said, yo, I called Maul. He didn't answer my call. But as far as Rory, Joe said he hasn't really spoken with Rory since the last pod, which was like 2 weeks ago. Joe did not call or text him on his birthday. He's pretty much done with Rory. And the most interesting part, right? Whenever Rory would talk about his friendship with Joe on the pod, he would sort of make it seem like, yo, like, me and Joe have been friends for 10 years. Joe actually revealed that he's only known Rory since 2014. This was a year before the pod started. He clowned Rory a little bit, said, yo, when I met him, he was a worker. He was working. Again, I don't know why these guys are trying to, I guess poke fun of people that are workers or something like that. Because everyone has to work, right? But again, in this case, this was just a matter of transparency. The guys were pretty much upset that Joe wouldn't share the accounting books, the numbers. Joe did confirm that this has been a long-running issue amongst them, which is fair. If you're doing business, you want to see everything that has your name and face attached to it. You want to see what the numbers look like. I'm not going to fault the guys for that. But Joe refused. He said, I'm never showing you guys my books. And this leads us to where we are now. Tell me what you guys think about this. Again, if they don't upload the episode, I'm going to put it up for you guys. And I hope you guys can watch it before they take it down, because it's most likely going to be taken down. But I want you guys to, be able to listen to this. I don't think it's fair that they take it down. This might have been Joe's way of just putting it out there so the media can have it, because he knows people are going to probably save it and just repurpose it. They may end up putting it back up. I don't know. But again, I got you guys. Tell me what you guys think about this. This is the end of it. I'm not sure where Joe goes from here. I know he's not just going to have Parks on. I don't know who he's going to have as new co-host, if he's going to move Ice and Ish back over to the regular pod, or if he's going to get new co-host. But with this podcast, this is basically it. There's really no coming back from this. The guys are pretty much done. Maul may come back if him and Joe straighten things out. But as far as Rory goes, the way Joe was just talking about Rory was just in a really nasty manner. He painted Rory out to be just a kid he met, he picked up off the street, joined the podcast, and They weren't really the greatest of friends. It's all nasty. It's all coming to light. So yeah, tell me what you guys think about this, man. Post your comments below. Subscribe to my channel. I'm going to have many more videos coming on this. There was a lot of topics that Joe mentioned that was very, very interesting. Subscribe to my channel. Stay tuned. I'll see you guys later.